Hello there, friends and followers, and welcome to the Q8 Pilot channel and this live stream today from a torching hot Kuwait. This afternoon in excess of 51 Celsius. Welcome aboard, everyone. Glad to have you all on stream this evening. David, welcome aboard. We have Amari today. Welcome aboard, Amari. Steve, 1927. Welcome aboard, my friend. Sean, hello there and welcome. Glad to have you with us. Ferdinand from Bangkok. Hello, my friend. Hey, Fred. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you. Defang from Germany. Hello, my friend. Glad to have you with us this evening. Thomas, good evening to you, sir. And I am actually looking forward myself to streaming the Toliss A340-600 today for X-Plane 11 and potentially for X-Plane 12. Brad, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Sander, thank you very much for being here this evening and for your continued support, being a VVIP member at the Q8 Pilot channel. Alex, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you. Niels, hello, my friend. Blue skies to you. Mert, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us. Wade, is this X-Plane 12? No, it is not. The compatibility of X-Plane 12 is for the Toliss, not for the simulator. It could be that the title is a bit misleading. We will take care of that after the stream. No worries there. Kenny, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us. T plays for Gary. Welcome aboard, everyone. So today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking a look at the updated Toliss A340 for X-Plane 11 and potentially X-Plane 12. And there is actually a number of very cool features that have been integrated in the Toliss A340. By the way, if I'm too loud, guys, if my voice is too loud, please do let me know, and I can turn down the volume a little bit. Of course, I have also some information for you on the Toliss pricing for all of their fleet moving forward. I think maybe my voice is a bit too loud, so I'm just going to lower the volume. If you are good, guys, just let me know. Good evening from Brazil. Your mic sounds a bit funny. Good to see you. What do you mean funny? It might be there's a new feature if you want to go. Spoozy Eclipse, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Volume is better now. Okay, perfect. All right, so I just lowered the volume a little bit. I think maybe the gain is a little too much. There's sort of a static. Sound is fine here. Oh, let me just bring this down just a little further, and maybe this is better. Just let me know if. All right, so I've just lowered the volume a bit more, and let me know if this your voice sounds like velvet. All right, perfect. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to bring you here to this beautiful aircraft, the Toliss A340, excuse me, which is, by the way, one of the most complex and deeply simulated aircraft in X-Plane 11. It is very different from the regular aircraft that we fly. It's a 4-engine aircraft. It's quite long. It's quite fast. It flies higher, quieter, smoother, as you can see here. But what Toliss has done in this version is, first of all, they've worked out the fuselage. So the texturing has been changed, both inside and out. And, of course, we'll take a look. But before we actually start looking at that, I do want to show you guys the list of changes that have been introduced in this version of the Toliss. So as you can see, the big things is the X-Plane 12 adaptations, and this is probably signaling that the release of X-Plane 12 is sort of imminent. My hunch is, again, guys, September. Between September and October is going to be the release of X-Plane 12. That's, of course, just a wild guess. I have no information. But if you look here, the custom engine model for realistic thrust fuel flow values, the ACARS functionality for direct download of sim brief plans has been now introduced. Takeoff data, wind data, all can be now fetched directly from the MCDU without having to load the control panel of the Toliss. You can see also, this is right here, FMGS plan editing overhaul. By the way, holds are now implemented and we can perform holds. And I've done this in a test flight earlier this afternoon. Offset function is now available. The 3D model, of course, has been reworked. The 3D cockpit has been reworked. We'll take a look at that. Side windows, and of course, minor features here and a number of bug fixes. So, without further ado, folks, let's go ahead and take a look at this aircraft. Really a beautiful looking aircraft, the Toliss A340. First, let's take a look at the fuselage. And by the way, just a note for you Toliss A340 owners, the previous liveries, due to the changes made in this version, the previous liveries will not work, and new paint kit will be published for livery creators so that they can create new liveries. But there are a few changes. They will work, but there are some problems. You'll see some problems on the aircraft fuselage should you choose to use the previous liveries. Overall, from the texturing perspective, this is a very authentic representation of the Airbus A340. I think it looks pretty good. Major improvement over the previous version without a doubt, and I really can't wait to see the different liveries. By the way, today we are flying from Luxembourg to Munich in Germany. It's a short 50-minute flight, and we're going to be cruising at 35,000 feet. Look at those beautiful engines again. Just look at that. Nice texturing. Overall, very nice texturing. You can see the fan blade there due to the wind. You can see it rotating there. Again, these are the kind of things I like and explain. Is just really, really very sophisticated aircraft that does exactly what the real aircraft does. Again, I've seen the V1 simulations streams on this aircraft when it first came out, and he actually vouches for this aircraft being a very realistic one, and one that very deeply simulates the Airbus A340 systems. Peter, welcome aboard. Glad to have you. And we have also Remy Jensen. Good evening to you, and thank you very much for being. Mert, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard, and thank you for being a VVIP member of the Q8 Pilot channel, and thanks for helping with moderating the channel. D-Type, welcome aboard, Peter. And Duncan, how are you, my friend? The aircraft does look very, very nice indeed. And in fact, if you look at the back of this aircraft, if you look at the curvature of the wing, it reminds me so much of the A380. You see that curvature there? It reminds me very much of the A380. All right, let's jump into the cockpit. And as you can see, new changes to the cockpit, really nice panel work. Again, not probably the highest resolution possible, but done to an acceptable standard in my view. Looks pretty good. I do like the panel work here. You can see all the displays have been changed now. So overall, nice texturing work there on the, see here again, there's that, the panel work looks really good. Looks kind of, old and rusty. And I do like this kind of stuff. I like that kind of work when it's introduced. I feel it can still use a little bit of improvement. By the way, this is a beta version, so it might not be finished yet. The release is imminent, but it's very important to know that some things may not work properly, some things may not look proper, and that is because it is a beta. So things are subject to change. So that's just a disclaimer so you guys are aware. But overall, I think it's pretty good. Ryan, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us, and thank you for being a loyal member of the Q8 Pilot channel. Appreciate it. Briggy, hello, my friend, and welcome aboard. Simon, welcome aboard, my friend, and thank you very much for being a VVIP member here at the Kuwait Pilot channel. As you can see here, overall, very nice texturing, nice work by Toliss. I think this is an improvement from the previous version. I do like what they've done here. And of course, we have a fully modeled passenger cabin as well. And I'm sure you guys want to see that. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick look here, just a quick sneak peek at the passenger cabin. Again, the textures have been again changed in this version. They look a lot better in my view. Major improvements in the texturing all over the aircraft, both inside and out, as well as the passenger cabin, which is always good to see. Right, now it's time for the fun stuff. So let's go ahead and fire up this aircraft, and let me show you some of the really nice features that have been introduced in this version. All right, so the first thing we are going to do, and by the way, you can still access the control panel. And what's important to note is now you have an account ID, so you can actually put your SimBrief ID here, and it's not the username, it's the SimBrief, the pilot ID is what you need here. So this is comprised of numbers, just so that you are aware. And there are a couple of options here. It says set payload plus fuel to SimBrief. I've checked this on, and there is the ignore aircraft type mismatch. That is something you can also remove if you can check this, and you can bypass the AROC differences and the aircraft mismatch. Everything else in the Toliss control panel is pretty much the same, but you will be very pleased to know that the fault scenarios, many new fault scenarios have been introduced. It's quite easy to add a fault scenario. You can just say select, and you can say, for example, engine 1, and there is a multitude of failures, hot start, for example, select, and then you can apply. So we can select this one here, you can select the time, and then you can say apply. Of course, we're not going to do that now, but there is a host of new failures that now that really increases the challenge and realism and the fidelity of this add-on. And if you really want to, by the way, you can also enable random faults. If you really want to, get the value of what you paid for this add-on, you have got to experiment with those faults and follow procedures. And I think that's what really this add-on is all about, is really to experience this aircraft, the fidelity of the system simulation, both for normal and non-normal procedures. All right, let's head over here to the overhead panel, and we are going to turn on the external power A and B. We're going to turn on battery 1, battery 2, and the APU battery, and we're going to come here and select our cruise supply, and ground control is both turned on. We're going to set the gears to nav mode, and we can come down here now, and the aircraft isn't fueled yet, so we're just going to turn on the nav lights, and we are going to turn on the non-smoking signs, arm the emergency light, leave the seatbelt signs for the time being. We're going to go ahead and turn on the fuel pumps. Right. The sounds, of course, are the default Toliss sounds. I'm not sure if there is already a sound pack for this aircraft or not. My hunch is that there isn't, but hopefully one will be introduced soon. And I'll tell you, if the BSS creates a sound pack for this aircraft, I'll grab it immediately. As a reminder, folks, before we continue with the MCDU, you can get the Toliss A340 by typing the command !aircraft. You'll get the link to the I9 Build store, the Kuwait Pilot official partners. All right, let's go ahead and bring them some lights here to the PFD and the ND, as well as the MCDU units. There we go, and the ECAM, lower and upper ECAMs as well, and we'll do the same on the first officer side. There we go, perfect. And now we can go to the MCDU and start programming the aircraft. Now, one of the things you can do immediately is go to the MCD menu, we're going to go to FMS. We're going to go to the init. And now if you click on the init page, it will automatically bring up all the information from SimBrief. So you don't really need to do anything else. As you can see now, it says flight plan data link in progress. And now it's going to bring all the data and load it in the MCDU. So that's really, really cool. As you can see now, we have all the information, number of passengers. There's no company route today. We're flying from Luxembourg to Munich this evening. And the alternate is Frankfurt. Flight number today is Airbus A340-600. Number of passengers, cost index, everything is already set up. We're going to go to IRS init, and we're going to say align and confirm the alignment. Now, if you go to the next page, you will also see that all the information has already been populated. Carl Childers, welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you with us. Thank you for your support, both being a moderator and being a VVIP member of the Kuwait Pilot Channel. Steve Venn, welcome aboard. Thank you very much for being here. Papa Charlie, welcome aboard. Nathan, hello, my friend. Matt Johnson, welcome, guys. Thank you very much for being here. So now you have all the information here. Now, if you go to the flight plan, we're going to go to the flight plan, and we're going to select our departure today. And the departure is, let me see here, is going to be through runway 06. And the star... So let me just bring up the departure here. Duncan, thank you so very much. I think I can speak for everyone here. Thank you for the amazing streams for the past couple of years. Well, Duncan, thank you very much for your very generous donation. Appreciate your support and your kind words. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it very much. All right. So if we look at the ASMO for Tango is our departure. And we are going to say insert. And we are going to delete this intercept here. Let me go back. Clear. And let's remove that. And we're going to remove the discontinuity. And we're going to insert. All right. And then we're going to go to our arrival airport, which is, let me here bring up the arrival information. So this is the arrival information. We are arriving today into runway ILS number 26. Where did it go? Arrival. All right, 26 left is our arrival, and we're going to be doing so through the Rocky 1 Bravo Star. Rocky 1 Bravo Star. Okay, so we can remove this now, and we can go to the Rocky 1 Bravo Star. There is no transition. So we are going to go to temporary flight plan, and we're going to insert that, and now we should have our flight plan. Let's take a look very quickly here at our flight plan. So I love the fact that you can pop all the screens in the Toliss aircraft. Very, very nice feature and very, very useful as well. All right, so if we take a look here, we're going to switch this to plan. And now we have our plan. It looks exactly like, I'll show you in a minute the EVLASoft, but we can cycle through, as you can see here. And this is our top of climb, and then this is our arrival into Munich this evening. Perfect. Switch this back to ARC, and now if we go to performance, now we can actually get all the data. Again, you don't need to worry about anything because everything is available to you. So we're going to go to the uplink, and we're going to say data request here, and it will now download all the takeoff data, set all the speeds for you, set your flaps. All the information will be available. You see now the takeoff data uplink, and if we go to here to this page, now we can say insert uplink data. So let me just remove that, say insert. And now, as you can see, we have all the takeoff information, the V1 speed, V rotate, V2, all the information, transition altitude, flaps 3 today, and the trim is up 3 points or 3 degrees. We don't need the flex temperature here. Everything is looking perfect. But if we decide we want to do flex temp, we can definitely do that. You can still go to your control panel and you can put the data. By the way, the data is already in the control panel. So if you go to the control panel here and we go to the loading all the data, as you can see, the number of passengers, the cargo, all the information is already loaded for you here. But you don't really need it. You can set your the settings there and forget about it and do everything from within the MCDU. The refund policy on the explain org, not Toliss. Yep, that is correct. Black Shark, welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us. Badger, welcome aboard, my friend. Is the update free? All right, so I know this question is going to come. So what I've done is the Toliss guys provided me with this. Okay, so basically, these are the Toliss products, the A319, 21 with the Neo add-on, and the A340-600. Now, this is the current pricing of these aircraft, the new for X-Plane 12. These are the new versions. These are the new prices. But if you have already the aircraft, the A319 and 21 will cost you $10.99 to upgrade. And both the A320 Neo add-on is going to be a free upgrade. So is the A340-600. If you already own the aircraft, you're going to be able to upgrade. Of course, this is the version number. So from this version, this is the price, and this is the upgrade fee. So that's for your info, guys. And I think it's pretty fair. And also, I believe Mert has already published this on the Discord channel. So if you want, you can always go back in the stream and check it out. But it's also available on my Discord. You can go there and take a look if you so wish. All right. Now we can take a look at the weather. All right, let me just bring this to you guys here. And this is the Evlasoft, which is kind of, growing on me lately. And if we go to the departure, this is our departure. Let me remove this. On course 058 degrees to Delta 058 Foxtrot flyover. And then Lima Tango onto 300 degrees. Intercept track 002 degrees to ASMOX. Then to ASMOX. And we need to be at or above 8,000 feet. So this is the departure there. And, oh, well done, Toliss. And Duncan has super chatted again. Well done, Toliss. They've usually been quite fair. Thank you very much, Duncan. I really appreciate it, my friend. Thank you very much. That's very, very generous of you. So this is our departure today out of Luxembourg. We are in the far end, in the opposite far end of the airport. So it's going to be quite a taxi. But let's go ahead and get things started here. And let's take a look at the weather information. So the weather information currently at Luxembourg is 040, 13 knot wind. The temperature is 25 Celsius. QNH is 1022. So let's go ahead and set that to 1022. And we are pretty much ready to go. Let's go ahead and start the APU. And now you can see the APU window here. APU door is now open. So we can turn on the APU. Excellent. Frames are pretty good, about 52 frames, 50 something frames. So if you experience any stutter, it's probably from the stream or the streaming software. And we have yet another super chat. Thank you. This is the last one, I'm afraid. Duncan, thank you so much for your generosity. Wow, thank you very much, sir. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. All right. So the APU is now available. We can turn on the APU bleed. Let's let's go ahead and take a look here. APU bleed is now on, and you can see that all the aircraft doors are now closed, and we are ready to go. So let's go ahead and turn on the beacon light, and we are now ready to also turn on the seatbelt sign on. We can dismiss the ground power. Ground power is no longer needed, and we are good to go. Let's go ahead and now, by the way, we can come here to the panel here and go to the ground services. We can remove external power, and we also are going to remove the chocks. I have all the doors on auto, and we are now good to go. Perfect. All right, we can now start pushing back. So we're going to call the pushback truck, and we're going to do...
On to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
All right.
On to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
All right, tow is driving up. We are ready to go. Timmy Starr, welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you with us. I'm really excited about just all the add-ons for X-Plane 11, and can't wait to fly the Toliss aircraft. By the way, my favorite aircraft from Toliss is the A321 with the Neo mod. I just absolutely adore the aircraft. Very, very good aircraft. All right, we're just waiting for the truck here to finish.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect. Set parking brake.
Right, parking brake should be set. Is the stream stuttering? It looks like it is. Let me see if I can get this fixed. All right, looks like we've had a few issues there, but we are back now, fortunately. The internet is melting in Kuwait. Yeah, Fred, absolutely. Yeah, all right, so, well, you didn't miss much. 5x5 right now. All right, perfect. What I've done is I've lowered the rate, so it should be better now. And we should have a smooth stream for the rest of the way. All right. So he wants us to release the parking brake.
Starting pushback, and you may start the engines.
Perfect. Right. Engine mode selector is turned on, and we're going to start with the engine number 4. There we go. Guys, just look at this aircraft. I mean, it really is very majestic in the way it looks. Look at those engines. Nice texturing, really, in this version. You are showing as a... Oh, is it? Oh. I didn't know that. That is right, yeah. Why is it showing a 738? Oh, I probably didn't change the... Alright, let me see if I can fix this. Let's see. Not sure. Aircraft type. Not sure if that is not. It's not allowing me to do anything now because obviously it's live. So, all right, you guys just bear with me. Scott, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us, and thank you for your continued support. Both being a moderator on the channel and a VVIP member. Appreciate it. Carl, thanks for the note. Appreciate it. All right, let's go ahead and start.
Complete. Please set parking brake.
Engine number 3, and we're going to set the parking brake.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Perfect. Let's set our altitude to 35,000 feet. 35,000 is now set. Just look at how big this aircraft. It is huge. Look at that. What a beautiful looking aircraft. I really like the texturing. It could use some work, by the way, but I think it still looks pretty good. And we're waiting for the engine number.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. I'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
All right, thank you for your service. We are good. We have a good start on engine number 3. Let's start engine number 2. And while we're at it, we're gonna come here and we can. The cockpit door is already locked. And we can set the transponder. 2000 is good. We're going to put it on TARA. And now let's take a look here at engine number 2, still starting. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, the A340 is definitely very different to fly. I've done a test flight earlier today, and I'll tell you that the way this aircraft flies is very different from the A321. The flight model is different, and you can feel that it's a really heavy aircraft. Very, very powerful engines, and really a fun aircraft to fly. I really had a really nice test flight earlier today. All right, engine number 1 is now starting, and one of the nice things, of course, I'm sure you've seen this in the initial version, is you can set this to the taxi camera. So we can set all of these to taxi. As you can see now, we have taxi camera on all sides here, which is kind of cool. I really like that. We can put it on maybe the SD. Here we can see the taxi camera, or we can put it on maybe on the captain's side right here, so we can see exactly what we're doing, which is really cool. You can always pop this out if you like, which is again really a nice addition to the aircraft. By the way, the menu here, not everything is modeled yet, so a lot of things are work in progress, but just by judging on how many things are work in progress, I can tell you that this aircraft is going to be something. I mean, it already is very complex in terms of system simulation, but I think it's going to be even better as we move forward, and I really can't wait to see what developers will bring in terms of system fidelity when X-Plane 12 is launched. All right, so we have now a good start on all 4 engines. We are going to set flaps 3 today. That's flaps 2 and flaps 3. And if we look here, we can see that this is already set to 3 up. And we need to arm the speed brake is now armed. And the auto brake is on takeoff. Everything else is done. We can now turn on our taxi lights and runway turn-off lights. Nose light taxi. We can put the engine mode selector to the normal position and turn off the APU bleed and APU master. Perfect. Now we're ready to go. And let's see here. All right, so we are good. Let's go ahead and do the flight control check. Full up, full down, full left, full right, and pedal full left, full right, neutral, and the before or after start check is complete. Parking brake is released, and let's head over to the runway. Listen to those sounds. I love the sounds of the Airbus engines. They have a very distinct sound. Now, as far as the taxi, we are going to be taxiing through Alpha to Bravo, Bravo 2, I believe, and from there, from Bravo 2 onto the hold short point at runway 06 here at Luxembourg. I do have XP Realistic, which kind of makes some annoying noises, annoying sounds. Right, config. I like the details here on the windshield. Right. Let's see here. Alright, perfect. And config. There are no blues. And we're going to remain on taxi Alpha. And then we're going to take Bravo 1. Beg your pardon. It's Bravo 1. Taxi Bravo 1. I do like, by the way, the texturing. And again, this is beta. So this is not, again, the final version. Just look at those engines, folks. Beautiful. Nice wing flex as well. So this is the end of Taxiway Alpha, and we are now into Bravo 1. Nice scenery, by the way, by Just Sim of Luxembourg. Alright, you want to see... There we go. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. What a beautiful looking Airbus A340. Oh god, this is really nice. And if we look here at... Just look at that. Look at the wing curvature of the A340. What a huge looking plane. And you see the landing gear, how you've got a third landing gear or a fourth one here, which makes it a very unique aircraft. Lovely. Even steering this aircraft on the ground feels very different. Look at those landing, the nose wheel looks fantastic. Right, we're continuing on Bravo 1 for runway 2, for runway 06, beg your pardon. Matt Johnson just super chatted for $5. Thank you very much, sir, for your generosity and your support. Matt, thank you. Reminding me of those London Heathrow to Los Angeles runs on Virgin Atlantic. I think it was an earlier 340 though. Thank you for the streams. Well, thank you, sir, for being with us this evening and for your generous support. Appreciate it very much, sir. Right, we continue on Bravo 1 for Bravo 2. What a beautiful, look at those lights. Beautiful. All right, we are now on taxiway Bravo 2. A bit of a long taxi there to the runway. Mogo, hello my friend. How do you update the A340? It's not out yet, so this is a beta preview of the aircraft. It should be released in a week's time if all goes well. Felix, hello my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us. Just look at that, those wings and the wing flex. Beautiful. Let's not get carried away there. Alright, we're approaching the hold short point for runway 06 for our departure. We're going to go ahead and turn on the landing lights and taxi lights to take off, wing lights, strobes. Perfect. We are good to go. Cern Aviation, hello my friend, welcome aboard. Super Groby, hello my friend, welcome. Glad to have you with us. Right, this is Bravo 4, and we are now lining up runway 06 for departure.
Approaching 06.
Wow, just turning this aircraft is pretty different. All right. We are lined up.
On runway 06.
All right, we are good to go. And let's go. Those engine sounds are just great. What do we have there? There we go. We'll do a manual thrust. Not sure why we were getting that message there. Wow, this runway is really sloped. V1. Rotate. And flyby. Gears going up. Beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful aircraft. check. Flaps 2. Thrust climb is set. I think I'm going to turn off FS realistic in just a XP realistic in just a second. Right speed check. Flaps 2 or flaps 1. Beg your pardon. Speed check. Flaps up. Right, let's go ahead and engage autopilot 1. Autopilot 1 is engaged. Right, barrel reference standard. Beautiful. JMS is asking what are the differences on the new update other than X-Plane 12 support. I've shown the entire change log at the beginning of the stream, so you can always consult the beginning of the stream for the entire change log. The change log is, you know what? I'll show it to you. I'll post it. I'll make it available on my Discord right after the stream. Just look at that. Wow. Beautiful. Just beautiful. That is some scene there with those beautiful engines. I mean, the window view is stunning. I agree there with you, Sarin Aviation. I agree with you. And I can't wait to see how it's going to look in X-Plane 12. But this actually looks pretty good. What are... alright, so your PWS is off. Yep, oh, sorry about that. We can come down here. And we can come to... System 1, we can put this on auto, put this on auto, this on auto, and that's it. And we can put the terrain on ND. There we go. Perfect. Alright, let me bring up XB Realistic. And I think what we want to do is, this is already turned off. Hamid just super chatted 100. Thank you so very much, Hamid. Keep up the great work. I'll actually turn this account into an X-Plane 11 channel, and you're my inspiration, so thanks a lot. Well, thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. Really appreciate it. I'm very glad. Sarin Aviation just gave us a sticker for £8.99. Thank you very much for your kindness, sir, and your support. Appreciate it. That's very kind of you guys. Thank you very much. Can you please click Init button on the radio panel? Init button on the radio panel. Not sure what you mean there. Now open the window on the side. Can you open the window on the side? Looks like yes you can. We'll try it once we land. And click this too. Beautiful. On the radio, not the CDU radio panel. Where is the radio panel? Not sure what you're referring to. Oh well. Sorry. I'm from India. Nice to meet you. Well, Dewar Khan, welcome aboard, my friend. Both windows can open, and if you open, temperature will change. Oh, cool. All right. So we can now disarm the spoilers. Flaps are up, and we're going to go ahead and release the passengers as well. Let's actually do this, and there we go. I mean, look at the panel here again. Very nice panel work. As you can see, when you see the the sun really hitting the panel directly, you can see really the colors and the nice work that Toliss has done in this version. Really very nice. We're flying Airbus. That's what we're flying. Guys, look at this. Beautiful. By the way, we did not turn off our landing lights. So let's go ahead and turn all these lights off. And everything else here can stay. That's good. All right. Lovely aircraft. That's the top of climb right there. By the way, if you wanted to do a hold, all you need to do is go to the waypoint. So if we click here, and you can just click on hold, right, like that. And now we can say capture, compute it, and then it will activate the hold at the next waypoint. So, and this is implemented in this version. Maybe we'll do an engine fire right before we land at Munich. What do you guys think? Dewar Khan, have you played MSFS? Surely, yes, of course. That's our top of climb. And this needs to go here on preference or performance. Love the fact that everything is modeled. Right, we can go and put this here. Status is normal. Hold's good. Yeah. Excellent. Engine fire, is that modeled? I believe it is modeled, yeah. In fact, what we can do is we can go to the Toliss control panel, and if you go to the fold scenarios and add new fold, so we have, for example, engine 1, and let's see, do we have it? Fail, no damage, reversible with damage, fire. Yep, you definitely have it. So maybe we'll do engine fire. The only thing is, I don't know what we need to do in case of an engine fire, other than we need to shut off the engine. We need to discharge the bottle. So if we go up here, you see this is agent 1 and agent 2 for each engine. And so that's another thing we need to do, and maybe we need to start the APU, but I'm not actually sure. If it's modeled, then it is a yes. All right, let's do that then. We'll do an engine fire before we reach Munich. Go for it. Heat the stream up with an engine fire. Alrighty, fire. Alrighty. Time to get the foam out, Q. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, we look at our flight plan here. Let me just very quickly bring up our EVLA soft. As you can see here, this is our departure. Now I've set it on auto, so the minute we leave the departure, once you clear the SID, it will show you the flight plan. And this is, as you can see, the mark of our top of climb right here has already been identified by EVLASoft, so it does all the calculations for us. It does, by the way, TOD. If you look here, we have the top of descent in 117 nautical miles, and top of climb is in about 6 nautical miles from now. You have all the wind, outside temperature, all that good stuff is available here. So yeah, we're doing good. Almost there at our cruise altitude of 35,000 feet. The A340 is so underpowered, it has air dryers instead of proper engines. Really? I don't think so. I think those engines are quite powerful, if you ask me. I have random failures. Yes, you do have random failures. So if you go to the control panel, let me lower the volume on my headset. All right. So if we go to the control panel here, and we go to the folio, you see this enable random faults, and you can also set the flight time factor. And by the way, there is an option that I saw earlier, which is, yeah, there you go. So performance adjustments, so aircraft age and the engine age, and this actually does matter. So we can change this and it will affect certain parameters, and definitely if you have random failures enabled, this will probably trigger that fault module, the random fault module. So I'm sure that there is some sort of a relationship between the two. But yeah, just guys, remind me as we approach Munich to simulate an engine fire. I think the EFB is pretty good as it is today. Santiago, hello my friend, welcome aboard. Anthony, welcome aboard, glad to have you with us. Is FS Realistic messing with your custom views in MSFS? No, I've had no issues with custom views whatsoever. Kenny asks, I know how you feel. Thanks to V1 Sim, I turned on failures with the A319, A321. Had 2 since, but I survived. Perfect. That's very good. Dewar is asking, where are you from? I am from Kuwait. Yeah, X-Plane 12. I think everyone is waiting for X-Plane 12. Alright, so we are at 35,000 feet, cruising at our final cruise altitude today, and everything is looking perfect. Here's a look at the outside. What a magnificent looking aircraft. Here's a wing view for you guys. Are these recoverable faults for the flight control computers? I believe they are, yes. For ultra long hauls, it is hard to beat the A340. I totally agree with you, Carl. Yeah, it is very efficient and very quiet aircraft as well. Really nice aircraft. Great work by Toliss. Really. So if we look actually at the sure where I left the document there. It's probably in my download folder. But yeah, the amount of changes they've implemented in this version are commendable. And this is actually an aircraft that is, in my view, the Toliss could be probably the best add-on for X-Plane 11 and essentially X-Plane 12, with a proper sound pack that really, brings up, brings up the immersion up notch. I think that will really make this aircraft probably one of the best add-ons. I absolutely like. I have, by the way, all the Toliss aircraft: A319, 21, the 21 with the Neo add-on, and by the way, there is a Neo add-on that's coming out for the A340 as well. Max Vogan, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Over the years, the A340 didn't seem to get the love compared to the other heavies. Here's a fact that's never suffered a fatality compared to the A330 and the 777. Yeah. No pressure, but you need to find the init and cap on the radio panel. Spoilers. Ah. Alright, let's see. Alright, let me check my Discord here real quick. Let's see. Let's take a look. Ah, alright. That one, huh? Okay. Oh, look at that. Arm door and cross check. Oh, that's really cool. I didn't need. Oh, that's really cool. See, that's again another feature in the new Toliss where you can actually manipulate the doors and the passengers. So you can tweak the number of passengers, load and unload passengers, all from within the aircraft without really having to change anything. We need to enter the destination data. That's the top of descent. Oof. Alright, let's go very quickly here. Next phase, next phase. Alright, let's take a look here very quickly at the data at our destination. And let's see here. Why do I not have the data? Alright, let me select arrival. Alright, perfect. Now we have the data. We have QNH is coming up to this. Alright, let me just go ahead and set this to 5,000. Alright, that's the top of descent there. The QNH at our destination is 1020. 1020. And the current temperature is 25 Celsius. Quite pleasant at Munich. And the wind is 310 8 knots. 310 8 knots. And we are good. Perfect. All is done. This is the top of descent. And we can put this back on flight plan. And let's begin our descent. There we go. And we're going to use a nav descent there. Perfect. ILS 26 left is in the display, confirming our arrival runway. I love this feature in EVLA Soft. You see this? Very, very good. Davy has just subscribed to the Kuwait Pilot channel. Welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you with 3 engines. How we'll be approaching the airport today. All right, so here is the approach into Munich. If we go to auto first. All right, so this is the roll call transition. And after roll call is the rod. We need to be minus 1050 feet in order to achieve our altitude. But this is our approach. So if we go to the approach here, as you can see, we're doing forming an ILS runway 26 left. And this is everything that you need to know about our approach. This is the localizer. It's a 3-degree glide slope. At the length of the runway, that's the right 17. Where's I'm sure I've seen it somewhere. That's the OTT transition, but that's yeah, 5,000 is the platform altitude. All is good. All right. What is this flight plan software? GD, it's called Evla Soft. It's payware, and it's great. I love it. Have you ever flown for a virtual airline? No, I have not. I do IVAO. I've done Pilot Edge, but I haven't flown a virtual airline. No, I haven't done that. So, folks, it will be an emergency landing for sure. Yeah, we will do the engine fire just in a little bit. How did you see that you can edit settings like fuel, passengers, etc. now when pressing init and cab on the radio panel? Yes, we've already done that. We've shown that Luller Pilot. Can you put a link to the software? It's actually evlasoft.com, but I will post it in the video description right after the stream. No worries at all. It's fantastic. It's really fantastic. And by the way, it works with P3D, X-Plane, Microsoft Flight Simulator. There are a few limitations with EvlaSoft and Microsoft Flight Simulator and X-Plane. But it works perfectly well. I love the software. It really makes things very easier and very visual. EvlaSoft, thank you very much, Mert. Appreciate it. Eagle One, welcome aboard. All right, we are now at 27,000 feet for 5,000. And let's take a look at the outside here real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The Toliss A340-600. What a beautiful looking aircraft. Look at that. So here's what we're going to do, folks. We are going to simulate the engine fire on final approach, and that should make things really challenging for us. Have you done a visual or a GPS? Have you done a visual or a GPS anytime soon? Yeah, we could do that. I mean, all right. Let's take a quick look at our flight plan. 224. Yeah, we're doing fine in terms of our descent. So, guys, what do you want me to do the engine fire? We can do it now. and or we can do it right before final approach. Really your call. Eagle 1 says he wants the engine fired now. All right. Well, we can do it for sure. By the way, guys, I really don't know what to expect. I'm not very familiar with the non-normal procedures of the Airbus, but a few things if my memory serves me correctly, then let's go ahead and do that now. Raul, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us. All right. We are going to go ahead and simulate the engine fire. Any preference on which engine should we set on fire? Let's open the screen. We're going to go to the fault scenarios, add a new fault, and we're going to go to, let's see, is the wide untextured wipers issue with the landing lights or already fixed? I believe it's fixed. All right, we're going to go to engine number 3, and we're going to select fire. And we're going to select now, at time, at IAS. What do you guys want? So wide onto... right, I think you said you wanted now. So we're going to say now. And we're going to say apply. And now we have, ladies and gentlemen, fire engine number 3. If we look at the outside, you can see that the engine is literally on fire. All right, so the first thing we want to do is we want to bring the throttle back for engine number 3. And we're going to turn off engine number 3. We are going to discharge agent 1 and agent 2. We're still seeing fire there. We should be able to land, yes, definitely. But I'm not sure now what we need to do. Master caution. Auto flight, auto throttle is limited now. Lever is MCT. There we go. You've set that. Engine air, hydraulic, electrical. Whoa, we've got all kinds of things. Flaps are slow. So we have multiple problems here. But I'm not sure if the agent is, the engines are still on fire. So what do we do, folks? Does anyone know? Push the red fire button, I guess. We tried that. It's not pressing. I cannot push it. That's engine 1, engine 2. I'm going to go ahead and fire up the APU. Let's see here. APU master. Yeah, I'm not sure why, but I can't click this button here. Agent 1, Agent 2. Nope, doesn't work. Alright, let's go and start the APU. Hurry, it's coming apart. Absolutely, yeah. So what do I do, guys? Alright, it says engine fire PB3. Push. Engine 4 bleed is off. Engine 4 bleed. Where is the bleed here? Bleed, bleed, bleed. Engine 4 bleed is off. Huh. Engine number 3. Engine fire. Engine 4 bleed is off. Agent 1 after 10 seconds. Somebody help. All right. We can always clear it, but let me go ahead and start the APU bleed here. All right. So it says the engine. So where is the engine bleeds? Gosh, why? Air conditioning system. Engine bleed. Alright, so engine bleed 4 is off. Alright, and then X bleed is closed. Where is the X bleed? All right. The knob. Which knob? Right of the APU. You mean the APU? There's nothing here. On the air panel. Let's see. By the way, we need to see where we are. Alright, so we are actually almost there. Right, I think we need to start reducing our speed. So I'm gonna extend the speed brakes. Alright, let's come over here real quick. We need to go to the performance. Just right of it, there is a 3-way knob. With this one. select flaps 1. Alright, there's too many things. I use, let's see here. What's new in the update? Flash parachutes are only $10. Alright, let's try to figure out here. Packs are fault. Well, the engines are still on fire. Alright, one thing. Let's turn these off. You guys are having a ball with this, aren't you? Alright. Great aircraft. Love it. I really am. I'm not very versed into emergency procedures, but you guys really wanted to see if press the fire button, the guard is off. Oh, I tried doing that. The guard it doesn't press. I cannot press it. So for some reason, the button cannot be pressed. You can press this one, but you can't press engine number 3 for some reason. I'm not sure why. It's because it's probably on fire. That's probably why. But yeah. See, this you can do. That one can't. All sorts of issues now. When you pushed the agents first. Yeah, I think that's I just made a complete mess out of it. All right, folks. Here's what I'm gonna do. Obviously, I'm not very good with this, so we are going to delete. Let's reset. I don't think it's gonna take it away. Yeah. Wow, it did reset it. Did reset it. But now we need to turn everything back on, I guess. Yeah, let's see here. All right, well, we have a lot of faults, and let's see what comes out of this in the end. Speed check. Looks like the approach phase has been activated. And let's take a quick note of our speed. 49. You know, I think for this first stream, maybe we should not have done that. But yeah, I know you guys wanted to do this, so that's fine. Let's give it some speed here, and then I'm just pretty much gonna manually fly this approach. We are at 5,000. Right, landing system. There we go. All right. Q8 magic. Yep. We definitely need the air brakes, and we are going to arm the spoilers. By the way, it looks like engine number 3 is still... Alright, let's see here now. Yeah, engine number 3 is not doing what it's supposed to do. Alright, let's see if we can arm the auto throttle. Alright. That's good. Doesn't look like the ILS is working, by the way. You still have engine number 3 master switch turned off. We certainly do, yeah. Alright, that's engine number 3. Wonder why this button doesn't click. Engine number 3. This you cannot push the button. We have all sorts of failures today from the engine fire, so we really messed up the aircraft. And we see now the... Alright, let's go ahead and select landing gear down. And it's going to be slow. I'm gonna go ahead, guys, and disconnect the autopilot and my aircraft. We were on 26 left. I believe that's the
2000.
There we go.
Altimeter setting. 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 Altimeter setting.
You know,
Altimeter setting.
after the disastrous engine fire. But You know what? I think we can still butter this. No, everything here is good. Definitely some crosswind there as we come into land.
Approaching 26 left.
$500. 400. 100 above. 300.
Wow, the wind is very strong.
Minimum. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10.
Whoa!
Retard.
Well, considering 265, is it? Man, the wind. Jeez, what a terrible, terrible landing. But it was a fun flight. Welcome to Munich, ladies and gentlemen. And I probably for about 700, it was 729 FPM. Yeah. Look, guys, I don't think that I should have done the engine fire without practice, but hey, that's what I'm here for, is to really give you guys a good show. So you guys wanted to see a simulated engine fire. I need to probably go through the manual and learn how to do non-normal procedures, and I think it has contributed to have all these failures there. Auto throttle, low start air pressure, no light up, hydraulics, electrical, just about all kinds of failures. So there we go. Even a pro pilot gets frustrated doing emergencies if there aren't. Yes, absolutely. So, but that's all right. You guys wanted to see if it's simulated in the Toliss, and it is. I absolutely adore the new feature of the MCDU and all the integration with SimBrief. I think that really is something that calls for excitement in this version. Well, we brought it back to Munich in one piece. Right. We're just going to go straight through. All right. Parking brake is set. And we have a tip from Scott. Thanks for the stream. This is a great plane. Thank you very much, Scott, for your for your donation of $25. Really appreciate it. Rand, hello, my friend. It was a good flight, Sam. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. The sounds are the sounds still crap? Well, I think the sounds of the engine are quite nice, especially for the interior sounds. I do like they definitely have the Airbus feel, the Airbus sound. So let me guys bring up the, here's what I wanted to do. I wanted to, let me go to downloads. All right. So this is, again, a quick run-through of all the changes that we can expect in this version of Toliss. The X-Plane 12 adaptations, custom engine model and more realistic thrust, and then you've got the ACARS functionality, which we have seen in this stream. By the way, if you go to data, now, from the data here in the MCDU, this is something I did not show you in the beginning. You have the ACARS function here. So if you go, you can actually do the flight plan, and you can print them here. I don't think that this is yet implemented as in the printing, but if you go to the ACARS function, you can request your flight plan, takeoff data, and the wind data. So if you click here, you will get the wind data as well. Let's see here what's going on. It's not loud. Maybe that's because the flight is already over. But you can click here and you can get your flight plan similar to what we've done in the beginning. So you can either come to the ACARS function and get it, or you can do it like we did from the init page here. Yeah, that's the reason. Then we have the new ECP interactive screen to request ground services, change fuel and passengers without the ISCS. So this is the inits and cab that we saw earlier here. So when we click here, you have all this stuff. You can open the doors and you can, there we go. So load, unload passengers and things like that. So now we can start unloading passengers. And what else is there? So, all right, so database holds is something that we have seen again. Well, we haven't seen it. I've showed you that you can actually perform a hold. And then you have the 3D model rework, including improved switch geometry and moving cockpit seats and armrests. So I suppose that you can now, let's see here. Definitely the armrest we can move. All right, let's see if we can go here a little bit. Where is that? I'm sure there is a click spot somewhere. There. Oh, look at that. How cool is that? The click spot is kind of in a strange place, so you kind of have to look for it. But once you have it, there you go. Yeah, you can move the seats. How cool is that? Nice sounds too as you move the seats. All right. And looks like we can open the window, so people were asking about it. And as it is, by the way, let's kill the engines. Oops. Right, APU is on already. All right, so we can open the window, and if you want to close the window, you need to click on this little switch here, and then you bring back the, there we go. I think, there we go. Very, very cool, and works exactly like the real window on the Airbus. So that is something you can also do there. Remove this, and then you've offset function, cockpit model, sliding the windows, rework of the rear section of the fuselage to correctly model the slanted windows, complete retexturing of the fuselage, addition new failure modes, a total of 249 different failure modes. We've tested a few of them in this flight, so it was pretty cool, yeah. Implementation of all the in-cockpit research switches, Airbus long-range equivalent to the in-cockpit circuit breakers. So these are all the major changes in this new version. There are, of course, minor versions as well. Again, you can pause this video later on and take a look at this and some bug fixes also that has been brought into in this version. This version is jam-packed with features, and I think it really brings this Toliss A340 a notch up, and making it probably one of the most sophisticated add-ons for X-Plane, only second to the Challenger 650 in terms of the depth of system simulation. Perhaps the 650 has a lot more, simulating satellite systems and things like that. So this one is probably the second most simulated aircraft in terms of systems after the Challenger 650. Some of you are asking for a cabin tour. Let's go ahead and do that. I mean, why not? The cabin has also been revamped a little bit, so nicer seats, definitely here in cabin class or business class, and this is I believe, economy class. Again, nicer texturing all around the aircraft, I think. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, overall, I think they've done a really good job with the texturing. And just while we're at it, since it's actually getting pretty dark here let's make it completely dark so you guys can see the lights. I think the lights look pretty good. Overhead panel. Maybe the overhead panel needs a little more in terms of, emissive lights is what I'm looking for. But yeah, we can make those brighter a little bit. There you go. Yeah. Beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. Well, folks, I think this is pretty much what I wanted to show you in this live stream. And there's a lot to learn about this aircraft. I think I've begun to touch the surface of what this aircraft can really offer you in terms of fidelity. And others has the Toliss A340 more depth than the A319. Or is it the only difference is the layman's terms, 2 extra engines? No, actually, Sander, this aircraft, the engine modeling, the fueling, so the fuel consumption, everything is different than the A319. Now, obviously, Airbus, it's part of the strategy of Airbus to essentially have all their fleet fly pretty much in the same way. This is mainly to reduce the amount of training required for pilots. So they've built cockpits that are very much similar. So if you look, for example, at the A350 and the A380, very, very similar. And they're bringing now these changes into their other fleet of aircraft. And this is basically to make training for pilots easier so that if you switch between, A319 and 20 or 21, essentially you've got the same cockpit. So what might strike you at the very beginning that it's a very familiar cockpit, but once you actually dig deep, you will find that this aircraft has a lot more than the A319, and it flies very different. The flight model is completely different. So this is a completely different experience than the A319 or the A321 in terms of flying, a heavy airliner such as an Airbus. So definitely offers a lot more than the A319. Essentially, Airbus are, very similar in the way they are operated. This jet flies like a heavy. Absolutely, Carl. It does fly like a heavy. And this was a fine stream, sir. Your concerns earlier are misplaced. This is an excellent instructional video. Instructional video for emergency procedures. I speak for us all when I say we all enjoyed it very much. Well, Carl, thank you very much for your kind words. I'm very glad that you you've enjoyed this, and whoever has enjoyed it, of course, joining you and enjoying this stream. I definitely am thrilled to have been able to give you guys a good show. And it really, I'll tell you guys, I was in a simulator, and when I simulated that engine fire, I literally started sweating. So just, not knowing what I need to do next, and things are not working, and the engine is on fire. And this is only a simulator. And for a moment there, I was thinking to myself, what would a real pilot feel like when there is a real engine fire? I mean, it must be a very stressful situation, and they have to remain very calm and stay very collected. So this was a bit of a, reality check there for me. And definitely it made me sweat a little bit. But again, we are in a sim, so it's very easy to, to remain collected in a, in a sim and, get back your cool. But thank you very much, guys, for your kind words and for your support, for all the donations this evening. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Rand, thank you very much again. Thank you all. And as it is always the case, until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other. And I will see you all very soon. Don't forget to tune in this coming Saturday for our Beluga flight and a giveaway where I will be providing the Tobii Eye Tracker 5 device for the Q8 Pilot channel subscribers. Take care, folks. Bye-bye for now.